Hi guys, I'm back. Lira is back, guys. I'm back. My name is Lerato Mokoena, known as Lira Fabulous. So guys, I know it's been a while. I know that I haven't been giving you guys content. I've been so busy with some personal things and some work related things. So guys, if you're new onto my channel, it would be so kind of you to subscribe and obviously follow me on my social media platforms so that you guys know what I'm about, what I do, and basically know what I do, like yes. And obviously if you're returning, hello Mugel, hello sweet, hello Lavi, thank you for tuning in. So okay guys, in today's tutorial I'll be doing a video on how to apply foundation, how to contour, and how to highlight. It's just guys a video on how I do my face, especially if I want to do some nice contouring, clean highlight, and obviously apply foundation. So I hope that you guys will watch this video from the start to the end. Please get me to the watch time. What is it called? Watch time, 4,000 watch time. Hey. Please guys, I hope that you'll watch the video from the start to the end. And if you haven't subscribed, please be so kind to subscribe onto my channel. Get me to 1,000 subscribers, guys. Get me to 1,000 subscribers so that I'll be able to do a giveaway for the love and support you guys have been giving me. So guys, I hope that you enjoy this tutorial. Let me know what you think of the video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And yeah, that's about it. Let's just get straight to the video. Alright guys, I am now gonna prime my face using the Palladio foundation primer. So I have moisturized my skin already. Now I'm just gonna add the primer just on top to give it more moisture, as you guys can see, and I'm gonna resort to applying foundation using my foundation brush, as you can see, and I am gonna use my beauty blender. I am now going in with my L'Oreal Inflammable 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation in the shade Chestnut 330. So guys, this is actually my first time using this foundation, and you will see the results once I'm done applying this foundation. So guys, if you in fact, if you are a beginner in applying foundation and you're not a foundation person, I would suggest that you add your first layer of the foundation before you add your second foundation, so that you can see whether you actually need to put in another layer of the foundation. And as you can see as well is I'm using my foundation brush and I'm dabbing onto my skin. This is how you apply foundation, guys. You don't wipe it out because you're going to be wasting the foundation. So what you need to do is just to dab onto your skin so that the foundation can set really well. And so as you can see guys, I am dabbing the foundation onto my skin. I do have spots onto my skin, so even so, before I resort to adding another layer of the foundation, I want to actually start with the first layer just to check the coverage of the foundation. And then if I'm not actually pleased with the first layer, I will resort to the second layer. And guys, the second thing is, if you're trying a foundation out for your first time, and if you maybe used to a certain brand, you need to, what I do is I take my usual bottle of foundation, and then I go to my drugstore or cosmetic shop, and when I get there, I test the new foundation according to the shade that I have. Or I'll ask one of the assistants and I'll go like, guys, do you have something that is similar to this? This is my current shade and this is the foundation that I'm looking for. I think it helps a lot, especially if you're trying a new foundation and that the assistant can see the shade that you're currently using. Or what I do is I go to the cosmetic shop without applying foundation onto my skin so that I can test the new product without being confused, because sometimes if you'd go to a cosmetic shop and you have foundation and you need to test it on your skin, you won't actually see the difference that much between the two. So that's the tip that I would give you guys to use, especially when you go to buy new foundation. So as you guys can see, I have my spots still showing onto my skin, so I am going to add another layer of the foundation, and I'm going to do the same thing and use the same foundation brush and dab onto my skin. So my spots are slowly getting covered, as you guys can see onto the video, and the foundation is actually not that bad. What I've noticed about it while I'm applying onto my skin, it just leaves that crisp, fresh feeling onto my skin, and it's lightweighted. It's not a heavy foundation, which is a plus bonus for me, because I mean it's in the summer now and you wouldn't want to add a foundation that's heavy onto your skin. So yeah, so far so good. I am loving the foundation. So what I'm going to do now is just to continue to cover my skin, not actually cover my skin, but to apply the foundation until I'm happy with it, and then resort to using a beauty blender to blend out the foundation onto my skin. So guys, I am going to apply my finishing spray onto my foundation before I use my beauty blender to blend it out. So I love this technique, more especially if I'm actually going to be going out for a pry in the evening or in the afternoon. The foundation will literally sit for the whole day. So if you have oily skin and you're scared that your foundation might run or be oily in the afternoon, then this is the best tool to use to set your foundation. Alright guys, and now I'm just finishing up my blending of the foundation, and I just want to show you now the picture before and after applied foundation, and this is how it looks like. And now I'm going to resort to going to contouring and highlighting, and I'm using the L'Oreal Inflammable Concealer. This is in the shade Toffee, number 342. And honestly guys, it's totally up to you whether you start with highlighting or contouring first, but I prefer contouring because I can see clearly where to highlight. You know, like the contouring will actually show me where my highlighting should end or start. I hope I'm making sense. So now I'm just gonna go in with blending the contouring, the concealer that I used to contour. And guys, you need to make sure that you actually blend it quite well, because we actually don't want to see a line onto your skin that shows that you have been contouring. So make sure that you blend it out well, nicely, and so that you can have a nice finish, soft look. Alright guys, I hope you guys can see that I am still blending out the concealer. Take your time guys, there's no rush. If you're a beginner, take your time until you get it right. Go. So as you guys can see, I am still blending it out, and the tool that I like to use guys after using my brush is using a beauty blender and applying the finishing spray onto my face or onto the beauty blender and blend out the concealer, making it sure that it is soft, it is defined, it's clean. So this is a good process guys. If you really want your contouring to be on point, if you want it to look really well and defined and soft, then use this tool. It works for me. So yes, I'm going to continue now doing that, making sure that it's soft until I am happy. Alright guys, once I'm done with that, I'm gonna resort to highlighting, and I'm still using the same concealer but now in the shade caramel. So what I like to do is I like to highlight under my eye, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and on my chin. So I'm using a concealer that is 2 times lighter than my actual shade because I want my eye to actually pop and to actually give my eye that awakening look, if you know what I mean. But then I would suggest, if you're a new beginner, you're new onto highlighting, to go in with a shade that's one shade lighter. This is going to help you to like get the gist of it and be able to blend the highlighter well and work with it from there. And then once you get used to it, then you can go in highlighting with a shade that's 2 times lighter. So yes guys, as you guys can see on the video, that I am still blending the highlighter. Make sure that you blend it really well guys. Make sure as well that it blends well with your contoured concealer, the one that you use to contour, you know. Blend those two together so that the look can look soft, clean, you know, and defined. Alright guys, and now I'm going to move to snatching my nose. As you guys can see, I'm using the same concealer that I used to contour my face with, and I'm now creating a line. As you guys can see, I'm creating a line. This is how I like to snatch my nose, and then after creating this line, I am going to blend it out. I'm going to make sure that that line is blended out well, and I'm going to use a different brush because I can't blend out with that brush that I used, that angle brush that I used. So I'm just going to use my blending brush to blend it out. So guys, I am still blending out my nose. I just want to show you a difference between the side that's blended out, as you guys can see there, and the other side that's not blended out. I hope you guys can see the difference. So we don't want to see that line guys that's not blended out, so you need to make sure that you actually blend the other side really well so that it can become soft and clean and defined. And once that is done, I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and I'm gonna blend everything well, guys, for the last time on my face, on my nose, and just to make sure that I'm happy with the contouring and that it is smooth, it is defined, and it's soft. Alright guys, and now I'm going in with my Yardley Absolute Translucent Powder, which you can get from your drugstore. I mean, you can get this from Clicks, you can get it from Discam, and I think it's 150 if not 160, but everything that I've used onto this video you'll see onto my description box. So yeah guys, I'm just gonna apply it under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and onto my chin. Alright guys, and now I'm going in with a darker powder, and this one is in the shade Chestnut from Yardley. So if you're not sure about using this powder and you think it might be too dark, then you can just go in with or using a powder that is toast, or that is written almond. So it is actually the best powders that you guys can use to contour with. So as you guys can see, I'm just gonna apply it onto where I used, you know, contouring, where the contouring is at, and I'm just gonna, as you guys, I'm dipping the powder onto my skin, onto my face, making it sure that it's actually quite blended out really well. And then once I'm done with it, I'm just gonna brush out the powder that I used to highlight onto my skin, and blending those two together just to make sure that they blend out really well, because the darker shade can leave a line onto your face, and that's what we don't want to see. So make sure that you blend those two together. Take your time as well, guys. You don't have to rush the process. Make sure that the highlighter that you used, like the powder that you used to highlight, blends out well. Alright guys, and once I'm done with that, what I like to do now is I like to take the brush that I used to contour. You don't actually have to dab it onto the darker pressed powder, so I just take it because there is powder that's left onto that brush. So I want to go back and make sure that everything is blended well, like the contouring blends well with the highlight. So that's what I like to do, just to make sure that everything is clean and soft and blended out really well. And now I just want to show you a picture of before and after contouring, and that's how it looks like. So now guys, I'm just gonna finish up this look by adding a blush onto my skin, and then using some highlight to make sure that I look glowy. And I'm just gonna highlight onto my cheeks and on my forehead, the bridge of my nose, and add some lipstick. So guys, this is my finished look. As you guys can see, it is soft, beautiful, defined, classy, elegant. Like, I don't have much words for this look, but I love this look. It's soft. You can actually rock this look going for lunch. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on to my next video. Bye.